We usually start.
Shaking it up.
Very simple, very short. I was invited by the League of Women Voters a couple weeks ago to join Shelley Vanna and a gentleman who works between the county and the state on climate change issues. The League of Women Voters is becoming very active on this, and it was well attended. This was at the community college. Pretty well attended and good questions, and people are looking. I think what I heard from Shelley Vanna was the same thing that I mentioned, is that people are looking to government. What are we doing to prepare? What are we doing to plan ahead? So let's keep that on the radar, and I think the league may contact you. They were interested in talking to you about getting the city involved, especially in the regional climate compact.
Great, sounds good. Commissioner Barroso?
Let's start with the Art Fest at the beach. I want to thank Terry and Juan and staff. Great event. We've heard some great things. Unfortunately, Mother Nature came a little early on Sunday, but
I was there.
It was a great time. Tomorrow there's a job fair put on by the CRA at the shuffleboard courts, if anybody out there needs a job for the holidays. December 14th is our big Christmas parade in the evening. During the day we have the second Saturday sidewalk sale put on by the DCA in the downtown, and then we also have the Kiwanis doing the festival in the park. So that's all on the 14th of December.
Excellent. Commissioner Zerdy?
And thank you for that. We also have an event this Saturday, the Art at the Eco Center. It's not far from here, so it'll be in the afternoon. Wes is going to be there with his cat in the hat stories for the kids, and there'll be some refreshments. I think there's some wine also there later on in the day. I'll be doing some tours of the building for those of you who want to see what that building's been about. So keep that in mind. I just also was reappointed to the Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council for another year. So we're one of the main things I've probably been reading some things about is the 750 regional planning mechanism there, which is just a planning exercise. It's sort of got a little bit of different press here that it's a some kind of a mandate or whatever, but it's really kind of guidelines for a regional study on our mass transit system, our utilities, kind of an overview which we would be interested in, as well as dealing with our the tri-rail and those kind of things that connect us to all of our neighbors. So I'm going to still be in attendance on that as well. And hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving here. I think it was a extra good time in downtown. It was a lot going on as well. And so I'm looking forward to our holiday season. Get a chance to wish everybody good season's greetings, because we have a workshop meeting next week. Workshop, but not an official commission meeting. So, thank you.
Thank you. It seems like it's been forever since we talked. I don't know. So much has gone on. I don't even remember where to start. MPOs switched to Mondays next week. With the holidays, everything's kind of on a wacky schedule. But you'll note something coming up on the agenda tonight. Of course, the big thing has been the FBC route. And then with the funding sources put through to help us with those railroad crossings and whatnot, now the push is for quiet zones and getting the funding. So all the cities and the municipalities are uniting together to try to push for help and assistance in funding those quiet zones and those retrofits and things that will have to happen with the new configuration. So all good positive stuff happening. Everything seems to be going in a really positive direction. We're finding funding for it. So I'm happy on that track. It's so funny. Some other things, some things that came to my office today. I saw residents of Lake Osborne Heights. They're having a pet supply drive to benefit animal care and control. They need newspaper, linen sheets, towels, blankets, pet clothes and toys. Slightly used is okay. Pet treats and food. Search your cabinets, see what you want. This is, I guess, Robert Waples, yes. And Jennifer And if you want information on that or what you could do to help out the animal care and control in regards to that, they sure could use your help. If you have any questions on that for those listening at home, and of course we're here too, Robert Waples, ii@gmail.com. Don't forget our furry friends this holiday season as well. Also, I received something too. Ted Brownstein, the author of the new book Pioneers of Jewel. If you haven't gotten that book, it's available here at the city too. It's a documentary history of Lake Worth's forgotten first settlement from 1885 to 1910. He's going to be presenting his new book at the Lake Worth Library on Thursday, December 12th at 7 p.m. So I want to make sure that we promote some good things happening here within our community. We've got a pretty big agenda because we've had some time off, so let's get started if that's okay. Commissioner McVoy?
One real quick one, your mention of Ted Brownstein reminded me that I went a week ago Saturday, I guess, there was a meeting of folks who were interested in the mangrove plantings by the county along Bryant Park, and it was a pretty good turnout of folks that came. Herman is here who came as well, and I think Herman was quite concerned about visibility if the mangroves, because there's obviously concern once you plant mangroves, people are reluctant to trim them, and so they're going to get tall eventually. Looking at the mapping, it looked like quite a bit of the shoreline would still be open and there'd be breaks, so, you know, substantial breaks. Most people seem to be very happy that there'd be more mangroves for all of the reasons that mangroves are good for fisheries and water quality and habitat and birds and all those things in shoreline stabilization. The one concern that I think, if I can speak for Herman, that he had was for the part of the county was agreeable to some portions being trimmed, kept to a certain height, but they wouldn't do the trimming. So it would be on the city, and Herman sensibly raised the question, well, that's great, but is this going to be one of those, oh, I thought you were trimming deals? So that might bear a little further discussion with the county as to which sections would be trimmed and would we, in fact, find a way to do that.
Well, that was a question I had put in earlier too, in regards to that same thing, because people have been questioning that. Wasn't it originally, you know what, this conversation is for another, I'll come back when I have more information, because I have a lot of questions about that. But wasn't the agreement that the county was going to trim them when we agreed to letting them plant them in the beginning?
They were pretty
You're talking about
clear not.
at the golf course?
No,
Or
at Bryant Park.
South. I honestly don't know the details. What I might recommend, because we've all sort of been in different capacities here, most recently I met with Rob Robbins and Carmen on some other issues, we talked about that meeting that was coming up that you went to, Commissioner. It might be good to have them actually come and do an official presentation, because it seems that not everybody has a clear understanding of the exact areas in the map, and then y'all can give us some direction on how to proceed.
Commissioner Surrey?
Do we have a timing on that? I didn't get to, I wasn't in town when it happened on that Saturday. I wish I was there to attend. But
I think they're in the phases of really trying to design it, because there's also an arts component with the architect, designer, Michael Singer. And I don't know where that is. Honestly, I don't have enough information to tell you, which concerns me.
my only thought was the timing of him getting him to come here so we can
You
have
have
a
to be in
discussion.
January.
So we can, well, my question would be, I understand the benefits and all of that ecosystem for us, but I don't understand why it has to be right up against our seawalls like it is. And so having some distance, still having it out there, because we have shallow water for quite a ways that would still sustain them. I think that's the thing that a lot of people along, it's a big long seawall, but it's a great thing that's there. I walk that a lot too, and it's, you know, yeah, it's intermittent, but we can see they just don't stay put. They're like bamboo. They keep going and going and going, and who knows, in 15 years or something, it will be completely hedged off. So that's my biggest concern about them being so close, and in the way it would totally change the character of the park that we have out there.
I think we need to add this to an agenda and soon, so we can talk about this fully and be prepared for a presentation, because there's too many questions I think we all have. Okay, thank you all. Next up, public participation.